What is up, gang? Thank you for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. It is Tuesday night, February the 27th, 2018, and the WWE has got their heads so far up their asses they can taste tomorrow morning's breakfast. It is time to bring the hammer down on this night's edition of Smackdown Live, right here and right now on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. I'm fired up. Let's do this.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me, as always, is my trusty companion, my loyal tag team partner, and the World Heavyweight Champion of microphones, Blue the Snowball. And it is time, once again, to bring out the hammer. Because I cannot even believe what I just seen. Do you think I'm overreacting? Well, I'm going to explain to you why I am not. John Cena has come to Smackdown Live tonight to find his way to WrestleMania. I was already afraid that he was going to be interjected into the main event over there if the rumors of him not facing The Undertaker happen to be true. We are now seeing at this very minute on my Twitter, reports are popping up. SE Scoops is reporting it. All these people are reporting that apparently Rey Mysterio is in negotiations with the WWE and he's going to have a match at WrestleMania, and his projected opponent at this time is John Cena. So if this whole thing comes to an end with that being the finale for John Cena's road to WrestleMania, tonight makes it even worse. You know, you were in the middle of a mildly interesting thing with John Cena where he just can't win and he's getting despondent and he's feeling sorry for himself. We're seeing him just not be able to win the big one. Big match, John, not being able to win the big one to get himself into WrestleMania. It was mildly intriguing if we didn't have this overhanging, looming match with The Undertaker already being discussed and pretty much said to be a done deal until we heard about this Rey Mysterio thing. But it was mildly interesting. The WWE have the nerve to make John Cena pin the WWE Heavyweight Champion AJ Styles tonight. Absolutely 100% clean. I don't care if you liked the match. I don't care if it was a good match. That was the wrong move. How dare you? How dare you blemish the record of the greatest wrestler on the planet on the build to WrestleMania and not even have Shinsuke Nakamura involved in the slightest bit to further the storyline? Are they drinking acid? I wish that I had a spray bottle full of acid so that I could spritz my face like we had to see Big E getting his balls spritzed tonight on Smackdown Live. What the fuck was that about? I don't even want to know. That's only the beginning of this ridiculous show. John Cena comes out and he wants into the Fatal 5-Way. And Daniel Bryan's bright idea is to put him against the champion. Now let's talk business for a second. You're going to have AJ Styles, the World Heavyweight Champion, going up against John Cena, the WWE Golden Boy, for a chance to be inserted into the main event at Fastlane. And you don't want to announce this maybe for next week? Allow it to generate viewership. Allow it to help ticket sales if that's truly what the whole intentions of John Cena being shoved to SmackDown Live so conveniently all of a sudden, and it has nothing to do with the Undertaker storyline, and that they're only trying to get people to buy tickets to Fastlane because every week we see pictures on the internet of an arena that's half full. And do you know why the arena's half full? Because the fans that are even going are not seeing what they want to see. You got John Cena out there making his case for being put into this match, and the crowd is chanting no. And the crowd is booing and booing and booing. Effectively, we now have a Roman Reigns on SmackDown Live in the form of the original version, which is John Cena. Why did they do this? Why did they do this to AJ Styles? The WWE has no respect for this man. I truly believe it is firmly implanted in the fact that he is a homegrown TNA talent. Vince didn't create AJ. Vince created John Cena. There is no way that a TNA World Champion, even though he's carrying our championship, the supposedly most decorated championship in the company, but every single time AJ Styles is in a non-title situation, he is losing. He is the world champion, damn it. We are on the road to WrestleMania. He is going to be facing the second greatest wrestler on the planet today in Shinsuke Nakamura. We are bound for this epic WrestleMania match, and you are having him lose to John Cena so that he can be inserted into a match which is inevitably going to have no ramifications to where he ends up on the WrestleMania card. How do you not see a problem with this? Hammered fucking down! If you were blinded by the light in any way tonight and you see any good in this, you are a Nimrod. Absolutely unacceptable. This show was a piece of trash. The WWE has no idea what they have. They don't know how good the toys are they actually have in their toy box. They have no clue what to do. They don't know where to place the pieces. They are in a shambles. All for the sake of getting tickets to be sold to SmackDown Live. You think John Cena is the answer? 15 years we've been seeing this same tired, lame old shtick. Same old stuff. Why would that be the driving factor in ticket sales? You know what would be the driving factor in ticket sales? If you had John Cena lose tonight to the champion and then actually start to build AJ's match with Nakamura at some point. Start getting people interested in what's going on SmackDown Live. Don't give me Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin for no reason. Don't give me Dolph Ziggler doing his best Randy Orton impersonation, popping up out of nowhere, delivering kicks to people and zigzags all over the place. Don't give me a promise of a one-on-one encounter with Ruby Riott and Naomi. Not that I had much hopes in that. But don't promise me one-on-one and then give me a 6-woman encounter. What's with the number 6? Why couldn't it have been one-on-one? That whole situation could have been made much more interesting if they would have had the Riot Squad backstage en route to interfere. Maybe they make it to the stage and then they are attacked by Charlotte and her best friend Becky Lynch to save Naomi before there's even any involvement. Or for a predictable win by Ruby Riott because they keep saying 1 down, 2 to go, 2 down, 1 to go. Are you fucking kidding me? How predictable can you be? Ruby Riott's okay in the ring. I don't mind her wrestling ability, and the match between these two was nothing. It was nothing. Naomi is a picture-perfect athlete. Her athleticism is not in question. This match was destroyed by the presence of 4 other unnecessary women. Get rid of the 6-woman format already. We're all sick and tired of it. They're not even actual factions outside of the Riot Squad and Crap Solution. None of these other girls are really teams. What is with these friendship groups that mean nothing? They're friends one week and then they're enemies the next week. Look at what's going on with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. It's just whatever's convenient because they don't know what they're doing and they don't have enough girls on either show to really pull off an efficient division. Just like the tag teams. I will give that segment and that segment alone a modicum of credit. Because as ridiculous as it was, I don't even remember what the hell the New Day was saying. As soon as Big E started to get his friggin' sack spritzed, I was done. I was like, you know what? The New Day is done. The New Day is friggin' completely useless. Their act is old, it's tired, it's stale. This is not funny. What is this juvenile humor? I'm had it up to here with friggin' pancakes so much I don't even want to see an IHOP on the road when I'm fucking driving. You know how delicious McDonald's hotcakes are? I don't even want to smell them, thanks to the New Day. Hammer down on the fucking New Day. You guys are finished. If you don't change it up, and I don't mean your outfit, because you change your outfits every week, you need to change this act. You need to get a little bit serious. Just like it got when the Usos came out and saved the whole entire show for the next 10 minutes. The Usos and their promo, you know what, we're going to put the hammer down just for the Usos. Their promo tonight was spot on. Spot fucking on, you guys. They have been on the pre-show or left off of WrestleMania since they have been on the WWE main roster, and that's a goddamn travesty. I didn't think they looked at being on the pre-show as being on the sideline. I mean, I thought that might have been a little extreme, but, I mean, essentially, you're not on the show. The pre-show is not part of the main show, so they were, in fact, on the sideline. What they are saying is true. Everything that the Usos spit is truth. Everything they say, the way they say it, with the conviction that is believable in their voices, they are, without a doubt, as we say every week, the shining beacon of light on SmackDown Live, the greatest tag team that the WWE has going today. They have the most charisma, the best character-driven tag team going right now. The Uso Penitentiary is hot as fire, and it was so damn good that it inspired a great comeback by Big E Langston, who wanted to throw in the fact that the New Day's been busting their ass just as hard as the Usos over the last 5-6 years, and they have one up on the Usos because they're not there, because their daddies got them a job. This promo was absolute fire. All of a sudden I had my interest peaked and I was like, yeah, this is what wrestling's all about. More of this, please. And then the Bludgeon Brothers come out and I was intrigued. It's like, oh, things is picked up right now. Business is picked up. What is going to happen here? They have never acknowledged either one of these tag teams before. They are coming out in the midst of this heated debate over the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, right? Absolutely beautiful. And they come out, and for the first time ever, they grab their hammers, which they stole from me, by the way. Coincidentally, I started bringing my hammer to this show just last week. And now this week, they're bringing their hammers into the ring. Coincidence? I don't know. But I thought it was great until nothing happened. Nothing at all. The Usos and the New Day backed down. I don't blame them for backing down to these badass guys with these big giant hammers. I probably would have ran for my life too. I would have shit my pants. Just if they even looked at me with those hammers in their hand and that evil intent and those cold stares that are just piercing through these tag teams. The other two teams would disperse and then we would go to commercial and we would not see any more. And now the rest of SmackDown would go completely back down to the depths from whence it came. We get a promo segment with Bobby Roode. Good guy Bobby Roode makes me want to lose my lunch. I just can't stand it. He's standing there with Renee Young. He's being all respectful about Randy Orton, who's been getting all up in his business. Giving him all, oh, well, Randy's one of the best. I don't know why he's got a problem with me. Maybe it's because of the SmackDown Top 10 list. Randy Orton has said many times that he don't give a shit about this Top 10 list. Nobody apparently gives a shit about this Top 10 list. We didn't even see it tonight. So what the hell is it even for? Let's throw it back in the garbage where it belongs. And then Randy Orton shows up and he's like, hey, I told you before, I don't give a shit about no top 10 list. The only reason I'm picking on you is because you just happen to be the guy with the United States Championship on your shoulder. I've never had the United States Championship. I'm coming for it. So now you've essentially disrespected Bobby Roode and made him look even more stupid. And let me drop some knowledge on you right here, because what Randy Orton said essentially means, I don't give a shit that it's you, Bobby Roode. You're equivalent to a jobber to me. All I want is the belt that you got. You could have been Ty Dillinger. You could be Dolph Ziggler. You could be Kevin Owens. There's nothing special about you or your championship run. It's not about you. And then Bobby Roode had nothing to say? What am I watching? Who is this man? Both of these men are baby faces. Bobby Roode is acting the part of the face, and then Randy Orton wants to come in and be a prick. And we all know Randy Orton is a prick. That's what he does. I mean, come on, we all know. Let's see the color on the wall for what it is. Randy Orton is a prick. He's the Viper for a reason. He's a family man now. You know, he's respected in the locker room, but call a spade a spade. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't even want to see this match anymore. This whole match, this whole feud, is not even really about the United States Championship in the mind of Bobby Roode. He thinks Randy Orton's coming at him because of this ridiculous, retarded list. Are you kidding me? What are we watching? The Fashion Police. Where the hell have they been? They come up out of nowhere just to plug this Unsolved movie, which I am very, very, very interested in watching. I'm going to get my eyes on that as soon as I'm finished wrapping this up over here, because I'm just intrigued by the whole story with the whole Tupac and Biggie, as I'm sure most of you guys are. If you were alive in the 90s, you lived it, you want to watch this movie just as much as I do. And I don't mind them promoting this movie throughout the night with the commercials during the commercial parts of the show, but having it become part of the show, which is a very WWE thing to do with USA Network and the cross-promoting, I get it, but it's very ballsy of the WWE to have Josh Duhamel, who's also being implicated in these steroid allegations with Roman Reigns currently by Ricardo Rodriguez and filmmaker Johnny Bravo. That's a pretty ballsy move by them, pretty much showing this guy Bravo, hey, fuck you and your allegations. We're going to take Josh Duhamel too and put him on our TV screen because we don't believe a word you got to say. Balls move. Absolutely balls move. And you know what else was balls? The entire fucking Fashion Police segment. The Fashion Police, they don't understand anything. They're playing the dumbass gimmick, right? And it was mildly interesting that they thought they figured out the crime that Josh Duhamel is trying to solve on his TV show, Unsolved, which, like I said, is about the murders of Tupac and Big E Smalls. And the Fashion Police want to present Big E to Josh Duhamel as, here you go, we solved your case, here is Big E. I chuckled for maybe a millisecond, and then I was like, but how does this even make sense? This is such a failed use of the tag team division again. Just the continued nonsense by the Fashion Police. Just come and do this for us because, you know, you're not doing anything else. So put that sandwich down since, you know, all you're doing is eating in the back. And I want you to come over here and do this skit with Duhamel after he shoots his ass with some roids. And then we're going to do this. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. Was it great? Was all the misspellings of the word solved on the pegboard that they got great? No! Garbage! That's what it was. That's what it was. We had a Rusev Day sighting, everybody. Hallelujah, there was Rusev after being absent for 2 weeks. But the WWE swerves us again. Did we actually get to see Rusev the way we want to see Rusev? We want to see Rusev Machka. We want to see Rusev Crush. We want to see him go out there and dismantle people. We want to see where you guys are going to start to position Rusev on the road to WrestleMania. But instead, we get a match with Aiden English and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, this is a double-edged sword, no matter how you hold it, and it's definitely worthy of the hammer coming down. Why do you think we would want to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus Aiden English? Why are you wasting Shinsuke Nakamura on the road to WrestleMania almost just as bad as you're wasting AJ Styles by having him lose to John Cena? Having Shinsuke Nakamura beat Aiden English is like having Andre the Giant beat Dink the Clown. It's a mere inevitability. This was a nothing match. Not that I wanted to see Rusev versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is not the time nor the place for that. And while I'm on that note, it is clear that in Los Angeles tonight, Rusev Day was in full effect for the first time in a long time, as his popularity rivaled even Shinsuke Nakamura. The dueling chants of Nakamura-Rusev Day were very surprising to me. I didn't think Rusev Day was even that over, but is Rusev Day that over, or have the WWE seemingly killed Nakamura as much as they possibly could before they're seemingly giving us this sympathy match? This is a pity booking. This is a give them what they want to shut these marks up, because they're never going to stop until we give them AJ and Shinsuke. We're not going to take it seriously, though. Look at what happens when you add a little seriousness into your segments. You proved it tonight when the Nusos and the New Day were out there. They were having all fun and games, and then you turned up the serious notch. You brought in a little bit of reality. You blurred the line just a smidge. You allowed a little bit of, backstage kayfabe, whatever you want to call it, right? You wanted to pepper it in there, and it made for the most intriguing 10 minutes of the whole entire show. A show that included a match between the World Heavyweight Champion and John Cena. Unadvertised, unpromoted, so how much help did it do for your ticket sales tonight? Zero. Guarantee you the picture will be floating somewhere tomorrow of the arena half empty like it has been for quite some time. John Cena is not the answer. John Cena is part of the problem. John Cena has been part of the problem for 15 years. I give John Cena credit over the last few years, though. Nobody has done it as long as him at the level that he's done it. He has always put the WWE first. Even when he does his movies and shit, he'll show up. He'll be scheduled to be gone for 4 to 6 weeks. Or 4 to 6 months even, to go film a thing. And then he'll show up in 3 weeks on a random Raw because Vince calls him up and is like, listen, John, we're in a jam and, we need you. He's going to be there. He's going to fit it into... He's going to find a way to do it. So I give him credit for that. But we're done seeing you. Just like we're done with guys like Kane and The Big Show and Mark Henry. You're from an age and an era that needs to go away so that the new kids and the new guys can come up and take that spot. They can't take a spot that you won't leave. Vince wants to give it to Roman, but nobody wants him to take it. And it's going against the grain of the WWE fandom. And it's putting us in a whole nother predicament on Monday Night Raw. I was very hopeful that tonight we were going to start the program with The Undertaker in some way. He didn't even have to be there. All he had to do was, in the middle of John Cena's bullshit promo that he started this whole thing with, just kill the lights and play the gong. That's it. That's all you need to do to begin this. And then you have 5 more weeks after today to continue to build this path. But, like we said at the top of this show, if the rumors are true and the negotiations with Mysterio are centered around a match with Cena at WrestleMania, this night is even worse because the loss to AJ means nothing as it is. It's going to mean even less in the long run when his path to WrestleMania doesn't even end with an epic encounter with The Undertaker. He's going to go up against a guy that's literally in the same boat he's in. He's in his 40s. He's pretty much done. Nobody wants to really see him wrestle at that level. You are not main eventing WrestleMania with John Cena. It's not the type of dream match that most of us want to see. I admittedly would rather see Cena with The Undertaker. Cena versus Mysterio has no allure whatsoever. 2 of the biggest baby faces of all time. Where is the conflict? Where is the drama in that? If you are negotiating with Rey Mysterio right now, send him to 205 Live in some capacity, or send him to NXT. Like you did with Rhino. You sign the legend, you have him go down there. Imagine Adam Cole versus Rey Mysterio. That would be friggin' amazing. But no, we're going to have Rey Mysterio come back to WrestleMania for an unnecessary match, take up about 20 to 25, maybe even 30 minutes on the card with John Cena. That is absolutely unnecessary. This show was absolute trash. This show was trash. Things are not looking up. Like I said last night on the Monday Night Raw review, every single show is seemingly getting worse by the minute. And the road to WrestleMania is paved in shit. And we're all being dragged through it. And there's nothing we can do about it. The proof is in the pudding, you guys. You got your World Heavyweight Champion losing clean tonight on the road to WrestleMania, where he should be being dominant and featured in the brightest light he's ever been shown in, so that when Shinsuke Nakamura faces him and probably defeats AJ Styles at WrestleMania, it's an epic moment. But instead, we got Shinsuke playing with Aiden English, and we got John Cena beating our World Heavyweight Champion. Something's got to give. This show was absolutely ridiculous. Give me that acid spritz so that I could blind myself. Spritz me, Big E, you fucking goofball. Absolutely disgusting. That's going to do it with this review. There's nothing really much else to talk about. Like I said yesterday, if I missed anything and you're interested in my thoughts on that particular thing, drop a comment down below, as I always ask you to do. If you are not already a member of the great family that we are growing here at the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, a magnificent community of absolutely wonderful wrestling fans just like yourself, and if you are not already subscribed, you should, because you know what I said was right. You agreed with everything I said. Your head was going like this. I seen it. You liked me bringing this hammer along for the ride, and you wish you had one of your own. Maybe we could make something like that happen sometime along the way. Maybe if I get to 1,000 subscribers, we can have maybe a sledgehammer for you guys to get for yourself. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with ideas and ways for you guys to want to jump aboard, other than the fact that you are getting the absolute most honest and brutal and sledgehammer swinging wrestling opinions on all of YouTube. You know I'm right. You know that what you saw tonight was trash, and you know that this review is where to be at. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, so that every single time an awesome video just like this one drops, you will be notified no matter where it is that you take in your YouTube content. Do not forget also to hit that thumbs up for me. Hit it nice and hard. Hit it as hard as you would hit it if you were holding one of these, and let the world know that you like what we are doing here on Sledgehammer TV, and that this is one of the best shows that nobody else is watching. And you can share this video with every one of your wrestling friends that isn't watching this, so that they can come aboard as well. I am always accepting of all of your comments and your opinions and your views and concepts on pro wrestling. Just keep it clean and be respectful, and you won't find yourself on the outside looking in. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter. I want my Twitter following to grow too, so check us out over there. Hit that follow button on the Twitter account where you see @NickNightmare. That is my Twitter handle. I want you guys to check me out over there. I'm always live tweeting during Raw and SmackDown. I'm putting up some funny shit every here and there. You don't want to miss any of that. It's a great way to keep tabs on the channel, as well as joining the Facebook fan page at Facebook.com/The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, the central hub on Facebook for everything here on Sledgehammer TV. Don't forget to join us over there as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is Blue the Snowball Microphone, my loyal companion, my best little buddy, and the World Heavyweight Champion of microphones. This has been the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show right here on Sledgehammer TV, only on YouTube.com. That is going to do it, and we are right over here, and we will see you next time right here on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby, where we bring the hammer down like never before, just like you watched here tonight. The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you all week long for news, rumors, and highlights in the world of sports entertainment, and I know that I will see you there. Have a good night. Rock and roll.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.